What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GameFreak. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to a band called Brain Scribble, who actually made my new intro music. And I was surprised they did it for me, and I was really surprised. I shouldn't say I'm surprised. I'm friends with them. Uh, just don't see them as often as I used to. But the thing that really surprised me is kind of the tempo that they used for my intro. I was expecting some like hard metal stuff because they are a metal band. So this kind of shocked me. They knew that I was more of a punk rocker, and they kind of gave that like punk rock vibe when they made me this. So greatly appreciated from Brain Scribble. If you get time, go over to Spotify, check them out. If you're into metal, man, you're really gonna dig these guys. Check out some of their songs on Spotify, and they're on some other streaming services. I'm not real sure. I know Spotify for sure though. So, yeah, thank you, Brain Scribble. Greatly appreciated. I love it. So today's video is actually, another suggestion of mine for Blaze. Now, it'd be nice if Blaze actually, you know, ran into my videos once in a while and maybe took some of these suggestions to heart. I don't know if they do or not. I do take my videos and I'll go to like different Facebook uh, pages that Evercade has, and I will put my videos on there. So you know what? Feel free to do the same. I go in their comment section and I'll put a video, but I don't know if Evercade really watches it or Blaze really watches it. I wish they would, because I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I've gave them some pretty good suggestions. Some of them, like the whole Army Men collection, that's probably the one that I shouldn't say least favorable for, but probably the worst of my suggestions, but I'd still be all right with it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, feel free to take these videos and share them on different Evercade platforms, or whatever social media platforms you find them on. Feel free to take these video suggestions and just flood them, because I think that we deserve better in 2025, because 2024 just, I don't know, for me personally, it just has not been, it wasn't like 2023. 2023 ended on a good note. 2024 has a few games here and there that are uh, pretty good, pretty good cards and everything, but it's been more like hardware driven for this year, and I'm looking forward to more games. And apparently they have came out and said, it might have been like in a Discord or something, that they are gonna focus on games for 2025. So you know what, Blaze, if you're listening, check out some of my suggestion videos, man. I think a lot of people will like it. I've been getting some pretty good feedback on this stuff, and uh, I have another one for you here, and I'm really surprised that this is not already on a cart, and that is an Axium Verge collection. There's two of them, and what the heck is the guy's name? Like Thomas Happ or something? I should have had this already. Yeah, Thomas Happ. Thomas Happ Games is his publisher name. He's the composer, he's the developer. So, yeah, let's help this Thomas Happ fellow out. And Axiom Verge is a great game, and some people don't realize that there is an Axiom Verge 2. And I've played both of them, I own both of them, love them, but I think it would be really awesome to be able to play it on the Freecade, and for others to play it, on their Evercade, or if you're getting an alpha, it would be. I mean, it's a good side-scrolling platformer, so it would do good on an alpha. That's pretty much what my Freecade is. It's a giant alpha. It's a full-size arcade, but it's a full-size alpha pretty much. So really, the alpha is kind of a beta compared to the Freecade. Anyway, so I'm going to go through these two games, which should have been on a cart already. So, Blaze, please give us an Axium Verge collection cart. You won't regret it. People will love it. Let's check these games out. Axiom Verge is a side-scroller action-adventure game where you control Trace, a scientist who, after suffering a crippling injury, wakes up in an ancient and high-tech world. The game focuses on action and exploration and features over 60 items and power-ups. The gameplay borrows elements from classic games such as Metroid, Contra, Blaster Master, Bionic Commando, among others. The game was released in 2015 and is available on multiple platforms, but why not add it to the Evercade? Everything about this game screams retro flashback. The controls are spot on, and the soundtrack is incredible. Axiom Verge has everything you're looking for in a side-scrolling platformer. It's very hard to believe that this gem isn't already in the Evercade game library. This may not be the most challenging game on the planet, but it offers enough to give it great replay value. I've personally went back through this game about 4 or 5 times and had a blast playing it every single time. Evercade fans deserve to have Axiom Verge on a cart. In Axiom Verge 2, you control a new player, and I believe her name is pronounced Indra. It might be Indra, but I'm going with Indra. But like its predecessor, the game focuses on action and exploration and features many items, enemies, and power-ups. Most of Indra's power-ups come in the form of arms, entities with various powers. Indra battles enemies either with weapons such as axes and boomerangs or by hacking them to alter their behaviors. Her attributes such as health and attack power can be upgraded freely using apocalypse flasks scattered around the map. Unusual for a Metroidvania, most bosses are optional and can be bypassed with no consequence to progression. Though I don't feel this is quite as good as the first Axiom Verge, it's still a very enjoyable game. It's kind of baffling that you can bypass some of the bosses, but surprisingly, it doesn't take away from the story of the game. The level designs are beautiful, and once again, this developer didn't disappoint with the soundtrack. Putting both of these games on a cart would definitely make for an excellent dual collection. Alright, so those are 2 really great games. Great 8-bit side-scrolling platformer games that honestly I have never heard anyone say, man, Axiom Verge sucks, because it doesn't. It's a great game. You know, I can see where people might say, well, Axiom Verge 2 isn't as good. You got something there. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still not a bad game at all. It's still a lot of fun to play, and a lot of people love it. But granted, not as much as the first Axiom Verge, which virtually everyone that has ever played it loves it. You know, I personally have not met anybody that has played that game and didn't like it. So I think that this collection would do great on the Evercade. A lot of people are looking for games like this, you know. It's cool to get these like PS1 classics and stuff on like gigacarts and stuff. That's really cool, but kind of I think Blaze should also go back to their roots where they started, these retro, like older retro games. And now I know Axiom Verge isn't like super old or anything, but it has that retro, like golden age feeling to it when you play it. It's just a great game. If you haven't played it, highly recommend that you do. I mean, it's worth every penny. So I don't know if these would have to go on a gigacart or not. You know, they're not the shortest of games, but they're not like super long either. So I'm not real sure. Either way, they need to make Axiom Verge collection, Let me know what you guys think of this. Would you buy this cart? Because I would jump all over it, even though I have both of them downloaded into my PS5 already. It doesn't matter. I want it on a Evercade cart, and I want that physical copy. So let me know in the comment section if you would buy this collection on the Evercade, or what you think of this game. Maybe you don't like it. Most people that I know, or everyone that I know, I should say, loves this game. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.